Everybody's asleep right now. A lot of sleep action going on. It's beautiful Sunday morning, Saturday night. Andrew still woke though, because I can't get no sleep right now. So I ain't got nothing better to do but to come talk to y'all. Not really, but I don't know nobody in Atlanta, so I don't know what it is I typically do. Went riding around though, rolled around Atlanta. That's what I like to do. Drive my car, see what's going on, and shit. When I'm in Nashville, I always drive downtown and drive around downtown. I go down here downtown Atlanta, and I don't see nothing but a bunch of weird shit going on. So yeah, I was like, I must be in the wrong goddamn spot. So yeah. After turning on two streets, it was over with for me. I was like, oh, I'm getting the fuck away from down here. It's getting spooky down here in downtown Atlanta. Yeah, I spent too much time two streets. Once I turned two streets downtown Atlanta, it was over with. It's time. Nobody seen too much. Time for me to go. Time for me to go. Time for me to go. Too much weird things going on, strange things going on in downtown Atlanta. So they need Boosie out there on the street. That's what they need. Yeah. They need to release Boosie and let him help the community by helping downtown Atlanta. They need Boosie on them streets down there. That's what Boosie. That can be. You know how they gave T.I. that deal. That deal to get him off them gun cases. That's what they need to do to Boosie. Boosie need to do some community service in his own town of Atlanta. He need to start downtown Atlanta. Okay, in every street down there. They got a lot of things going on down there. A lot of strange things in downtown Atlanta, and I can clearly see that Boosie is the one that could go and help the community. Okay, that's what he. Oh, did they cut me off? Oh no, we still going. I thought I said the wrong word or some YouTube shit. Oh, hold it. Yeah, it's my first time with a car in Atlanta, so I figure I'd ride around. I ain't never had no car in Atlanta, so I'm like, oh, big city, let me go check it out. Okay, you open up Google Maps. Okay, well, where do I go? Okay, well, I guess you go to downtown Atlanta. Here I go down there, and there ain't nothing but a bunch of weirdos going on. A lot of just strange activity in downtown Atlanta. I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I didn't get a hotel down there. I was gonna stay at the CNN building. I'm so glad I didn't stay down there, boy. Damn, would have been sickening. But it's all good though. I just say, you know what? I'm gonna come back to my goddamn hotel room before something weird happens. So yeah, I just came on down here. Came on back. I'm over here in this is I think it's what I'm below downtown Atlanta, so I'm just gonna stay right here. It's nice and safe, and I ain't see nothing strange going on in this part of Atlanta. So we're gonna keep it like that. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what y'all got going on in Atlanta. I didn't know the town was that jacked up like that, but they don't portray that in the movies. Obviously, in the movies you would think this was an awesome town. Oh, I went over to the Bluff. Yeah, after I left Atlanta, I said, "Oh, it's crazy, man." The only place I could think of in my head, I said, "Damn, what they be talking about in the movies? The Bluff, Simpson Row, and all that." So I went over there. It's just poverty stricken. Like, damn. I'm like, whew, Jesus. I don't know how y'all doing it. Yeah, Andrew Road, I went down there. I was on the Bluff, Simpson Road. I went straight down there. And I'm just like, damn, boy. Shit ain't making no sense at all, boy. I don't know what's worth the Bluff or downtown Atlanta. This like the whole town is just jacked up. I'm like, man, this ain't how it was in the movies. When I was watching the movies, the ATL movie with T.I., they didn't portray none of that. Snow on the Bluff, that's how I went to the Bluff. I was watching Snow on the Bluff, with Curtis. That's how I like, where's that street at? Then maybe it's more safe over there. I'm like, man, this look like people ain't goddamn making no money in 30 years. That's what it looked like over there. I'm like, man, damn. Ooh, it's tough over there. Ooh, it is tough over there, drivers. The minute you go down Simpson Road, boy, you can smell the toughness, drivers. I'm like, boy, damn, boy, it ain't no money being made over here. I said, this ain't making no sense, boy. This ain't. This is. I ain't never. You know, in Nashville, we don't got. We got people that's poor in Nashville, but this is a. You come through Simpson Road Bluff, boy. That's a different type of poor right there. That right there. Damn, boy. Whew. That's tough right there, drivers. That is tough right there. So yeah, that's how Atlanta been with me so far. You know, bunch of weird activities and a bunch of poor activities. So I don't know how people doing it, boy. I don't know how y'all doing it around here. Like I didn't know Atlanta was like that, man. I didn't. I shit. All the rappers moved down here. I thought this town was flourishing with money and man, it's not what the fuck they portray on TV. I see. I'm down here seeing it for real. So you know, unless I just went to the wrong part of Atlanta, maybe I was supposed to go to this part of. No, Andrew, you got to go to this part of Atlanta. I don't know what part of Atlanta it is, but I'm just telling you where I went. Okay, I went over to the Bluff and I went to downtown Atlanta. And I don't know if I just went the wrong way or what, but between those two areas right there, I ain't coming back to Atlanta. Okay, that's just between those two now. Maybe if it was a third section I was supposed to go through. I don't know, drivers. I don't know. It's tough out here. Boy, it is tough out here. Ooh. I didn't even plan to be in Atlanta like this. I didn't have no plans whatsoever to be in Atlanta for the weekend. You know, I came down here for a 1 day course. Didn't plan to stay in a hotel room, but I ended up staying the first night in the hotel room because I came the day before. I didn't want to wake up at like 3 in the morning, then make the drive to Atlanta, and then be late. So I came the day before, slept in a hotel room overnight, went to class, started to head out, man, and then opportunities just started calling my phone. So now I'm here at this super expensive ass hotel. I wouldn't fucking. Ooh, boy, they doing. That's another thing. There's a lot of scamming going on in Atlanta. A lot of scamming. Every hotel I done went to done got me for parking. Why we paying for parking at the hotel? What is that all about? They already getting you for damn near $200 a night on top of the $50 accidental fee. Then they got to hit you with parking too. Man, what the fuck is going on here? I should have told them I ain't even have no damn car. Don't have a car. No car. It's all good though. Oh man. How much is parking? At this hotel, I think it's $20 a night. So busting heads. That's what they're doing. Busting heads. And I got my hotel room off Booking.com, so of course it didn't say anything about paying for parking. So you don't find that part out until you go check in, and at the very last second after you done swiped your credit card, hey, by the way, do you got a car? Yeah, I got a car, man. It's a black Dodge Challenger. Oh, good, we charge the parking. Would you like me to add that to your card? As a matter of fact, I don't. I should have told them, yeah, I'm parked across the street and walk over. That's what. The fuck do I need to pay? I just paid you $200. What I need to pay for parking for? Then I had to learn the hard way this morning. I parked at the bank. The bank had a sign that says all unauthorized vehicles would be towed. I walk inside the hotel room because another dude that was in the class, he had parked beside me. I asked him first. I'm like, hey man, you think they gonna tow us from here? He said, man, I don't give a fuck. He went on inside. So, I go in and ask the hotel room, like, hey man, I ain't got no room here. But do they be towing over there at the bank? She said, yep, every hour. I said, nah, we got to go get that car. Nah, we can't, we cannot get towed Atlanta. No telling what type of fees and scams is associated with that. So yeah, I just went on, booked the damn hotel room, and just went on, gave them the money. Now we can't be getting no towing, nothing like that. Not in Atlanta. So it is what it is. Other than that though, the classes, the courses and all that were real good. So I got another one in the morning. I got to be in class at 9 a.m. So it's gonna be 1 a.m. right now. So the class is just downstairs in the little conference room. So I ain't gonna be late. I was almost late this morning. We had to go a good 90 miles per hour because I was all the way up in Marietta, Georgia when I woke up. Stayed over there, but what states can you use your insurance license for? I'll be licensed for every state except New York, California. New York, California. There's one more state. It might be Hawaii. New York, California, Hawaii. Yeah, I took the class with Laura. But yeah, I'll be licensed in every state except those. Only because those three, yes, Hawaii. Okay, yeah, those three states you gotta take another exam for. But every other state after that, once you pass your state exam, you can get licensed in all the other states except those three. So real simple, real simple. But one of you guys was asking me about MoCat. I was gonna go to MoCat. I was gonna go to MoCat. I was supposed to already be there, but I was listening to Lottie Dottie. Lottie Dottie. I was listening to Lottie Dottie, pretending, a whole bunch of pretending going on. Lottie Dottie, we were supposed to go to class back in freaking May. Yeah, we were supposed to go in May. We were supposed to both spend the money, and I should have known Lottie Dottie was full of shit. So I was ready. I had the money, but he had the money too. But when it was time to actually spend the money, you gotta remember Lottie Dottie was on his high horse. I told y'all he never had that much money in his life, so he was kind of like, "Oh, Andrew, man, yeah, I got the money, but man, I really don't want to spend nothing, man. Saw the money I ever had before." And I'm just like, "Yeah, you better do something, man, because that trucking, that oil fuel, and that trucking gonna come to the end." So we didn't go in May. We didn't go in May, and long story short, about a month later, a month later, the oil field was no more up there where Lottie Daddy was at. So we'll put it like that. So he should have listened to Andrew. Okay, let's see. Man, her dad Lorenzo made over 400K in 10 months. Crazy. I haven't seen her dad. I heard about him. Who was her dad? 400K. That sounds familiar. 400K in 10 months. Was her dad the one that did that storm down there in did Katrina? Is that who her dad is? I heard about somebody making 400K and doing the Katrina on their first year, but I don't know if that's who you talking about. Yeah, it's a study guide just for New York. Oh, okay, yeah, he made the 400K. Okay, yeah, I got friends watching that video. I only remember seeing I think I seen the first 10 minutes of the interview, but I didn't. When I seen that video, I didn't know who they was. I didn't have no idea who they was. I found out about this particular course uh, right after I took the rope and harness course. I found out about this class. So just so happened I just happened to be in Atlanta, and they just happened to be here in Atlanta too. I wasn't scheduled for it. I hit them up at like 6 p.m. on Friday, and I was like, "Hey, is it too late to get in the class?" And they was like, "Nah, just show up." So turned the car around and got me a hotel room, and that's how I ended up in class. I was last second thing, so SoCal is in Japan. What's going on, SoCal? I've been paying attention to the photos. I want to come to Japan. I always wanted to go to Japan. I want to go see Tokyo. I just didn't know if it was safe for Americans or not. But I see you down there. It's definitely safe. I always wanted to go. I think when I looked at the plane ride, it was over 20 something hours. Do you got a translator down there in Japan, or how does that work? Let's see. What are you getting licensed for? Auto, home, commercial. I'd be licensed for all of them. The license cover property, auto, commercial. It covers all of it. It's like an all-in-one license. So let's see. Across the street will charge you too. Oh, it ain't no free parking in Atlanta. Oh, is that what's going on around here? Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, because even in Marietta, I got charged for parking. You look tired. Yeah, yeah. I would say I look tired. It's nighttime now. Do you set your own prices? No, not with insurance. You don't set your own prices. You get a percentage of the damage. So, for example, let's say I ain't seen the news lately. I just heard about it. I guess it was a tornado or something down there in Texas, or a hailstorm or whatever happened down there. I don't know because I didn't see the news. I think old school had told me something that came through Streetport, Louisiana too. But all those people, whatever the damage is on their house, they got to call up their insurance. Obviously, they're going to have to file claims to get the stuff fixed. So when they file a claim, somebody like me, a claim adjuster, got to go out, assess the damage, and hopefully, the more damage you got, the more we get paid. So hopefully, now we don't wish bad up on people, but hopefully you got damn near $200,000, in damage. I'm just saying, because we get a percentage of it. So you know, uh, the more damage, the more money. That's why people like hurricane season, they just sit back and wait for something to come. Hurricane come tear up the whole city, and that's when they come and collect. They do a lot of collecting. So I was looking at a business that's got a lot of profit with less expenses than trucking. You know, but I'm still keeping a trucking company, of course. But trucking is a high expense business, and I'm seeing people making more than me with damn near no expenses whatsoever. No expenses, nothing to worry about. You know, trucking, the expense bill just be through the roof. You know, through the roof. Even when I don't even have my trucks running, the expenses are still through the roof. You know, sometimes customers don't pay the factoring company, but I had already paid the drivers, so I'm taking a loss. You know, then I got to go chase the damn customers after 90 days to try to get them to pay factoring, and but I already took the loss 90 days ago when I paid the driver because I pay all the drivers out of pocket and shit. But sometimes factoring don't pay me. We turn in BOLs. I pay the driver, thinking that I'm finna get paid later on that day at like 4 o'clock, and 4 o'clock kid and ain't the fucking money never come through the bank account, and I'm like, well, what's going on? Something wrong with the paperwork, you know. It's just a high expense business, so I'm trying to get on the side of the business. Okay, like this insurance over here, so where we can lower all the expenses down. Okay, plus I got some advantages. Me already having money I can pay for the training, so that's why the way that I got into insurance, or the way that I'm telling people that when I do go through it, the way that I did it, I just started forking the money that I got from trucking over the insurance to get the training straight up. So a little bit easier. Until your master is at the mail, you can pay someone to input the info for you. They charge a flat fee for each property. They won't hold you up with your appointments. I'm going through his Actimate training right now. Seemed pretty easy to me. Seemed pretty easy, but I only been through the basic levels of it so far. But I got another Xanthame course in the morning, 9 a.m. And then they said we supposed to be on Xanthame level 2. So after I finish the course or the class tomorrow, I can go take the exam and get the actual certification for level 2. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, there's no degree needed. Yep, you could be 18 years old. That's the only requirement. So now, what I be telling people that's 18, I be like, hey, look, remember how I used to tell them to do welding until they turn 21, then do trucking? Yeah, now I'm gonna tell them, do insurance adjusting, and when they turn 21, they probably ain't even gonna want to drive a truck whatsoever. So that's just gonna be out the window. Okay, so yeah, when you turn 18, just do the insurance route. You're gonna take care of the rest of your life. So, you know. Because trucking is rough. I know trucking is rough. But I seen a video today. Whoo! I seen a live feed today. I didn't know what to think. I think I was crying. Whoo, that was tough right there, driver. That was tough right there. I didn't know what to, I think I sent that video to everybody in my phone. Mm. I think we all go through the same thing. It's just, Andrew, I just self motivate myself. So, I don't have people to motivate me around. So I'm like self motivated to do stuff, and I try not to think of the negative. I just keep going, you know. But I think the difference between me and a lot of people is for a lot of people, trucking, that's just their end goal. Like, a lot of people is up in age, so if trucking don't work out, it's kind of like a dead end for them. Versus me, I'm in my 20s. If trucking don't work out, I just go to the next career. So, and that's what I'm doing. And they can do it too now, drivers. Andrew ain't done nothing special now. Shit, ain't done nothing special. Uh, Half the trucking community can leave and go to insurance right now. And it's going to be a lot tougher for some people because, some of you guys are, you will have to quit driving a truck altogether in order to pursue the insurance, because you don't have the freedom. But, he's looking into something. Stay positive and positive stuff will happen. That's right. That's right. That's definitely right. I hear these people over in insurance talk about the money. I'm just like, man, what have I been missing out on? What have I been missing out on? I'm sitting over here like, man, what's the expenses associated with this business? Well, Andrew, we gotta put fuel in the car, and I had to get a hotel room every now and then. I'm like, that's it? And you gross, so let me get this straight. You gross what I gross, and your expenses is some goddamn gasoline and maybe a hotel room every now and then. My expenses on your gross, on your same gross, I gotta pay for diesel, which is way higher than that hotel bill, the gasoline, and all that shit combined. We already know that off the top. You're gonna hit about $1,000 for the weekend fuel. Okay, that's probably like on the minimum side. Okay, so just $1,000 I spent on diesel, that'll cover whatever. I guess 7 days worth of hotels if you need that, plus gasoline. So then the trucking, you just don't know when you got to go see the mechanic or go buy something for Freightliner, and you got to pay IFTA and goddamn insurance. Don't forget you got to pay insurance. That's 700 or something, 800 something, or 2,000 for some of y'all. Plus whatever all the other expenses, factoring, they got 5%, 4%, 3%. It's just bills left and right. I'm talking about expenses that you don't even want to pay it no more. It's like, man, damn, I don't even want to drive a truck like that no more. Damn. Oh, man, tax come around. Whoo, boy, taxes came around last year. Boy, they told me how much my company gross. Whoo, boy, I had to go and give me a real CPA to handle that situation, right? That was a situation. That was a massive situation right there. So it could definitely be tough. It could definitely be tough, travelers. That was a massive situation. Okay. Uh, Last year, to give you an example, I had Justin Lewis, we had Anthony, we had Dion. He had ran some loads. Who else? There's some other people I won't name. Okay. So obviously they pay come through CAJ, then I pay them. So when I get this big, all these 1099s at once drivers, and you add all them numbers up, and they get close to $1 million. Okay, that's got to go to a CPA. That right there. That's and you don't know nothing about that. Okay, so obviously we wrote off all that they pay anyway. So but I'm just saying. Uh, It would be nice if I had kept a lot of their money, drivers. If I didn't, I'm trying to be like Lorenzo, her dad. I'm trying to be her dad. Gross 400K and keep the whole thing. Damn me, I'm trying. That's how I'm trying to be. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep a little bit more money. That's all. All right, so Cal. The money is too good. The only thing that would beat you down is the heat. We ain't worried about no heat. So we ain't worried about no heat. It's hot in the damn truck, driver. I ain't got no AC. We ain't worried about no heat. That's all. That's all. Shit, I deal with that right now in trucking. The classic ain't got no AC. The flat top ain't got no AC. So I'm already dealing with the heat. So heat ain't the problem. That ain't. I'm already dealing with that in trucking. So shoot, that's all. I'm in the oil field. I used to be in the heat. Right, yeah, I worked the oil field. Shoot, 100-degree temperature, that ain't nothing. Yeah, shoot, I ain't worried about none of that. I ain't worried about none of that. We gonna get on all them roofs and we gonna get in that heat and we gonna be sweating. Yeah, yeah, we gonna make it add up and make it look like a lot. With no problem. No problem at all. Shoot. Every time I hear somebody talk about insurance adjuster that's actually in the field, everybody that opens their mouth about the money is making more than truck drivers. Every time I hear them talk, I'm talking about when you do like so one person versus one person, one insurance adjuster versus just one solo truck driver, just his sole profit. They're all doing way better than us, and it's just like only because they got less expenses, less headache. Well, I ain't gonna say they got less headache, but it's the expenses part. And they work is stable, way more stable than ours. I work, we got shit, boy. When I first had my authority the first year, obviously I didn't use DAT load boards, so I had a customer base. Everything was smooth, but boy, when I got off the customer base and had to use DAT load board, you talking about some unstable way to do some truck driving, boy. Whoo, damn it, boy, there ain't nothing stable about that. Ain't nothing stable about that. You get on DAT low boy, you're like, what is this trash right here, boy? I can't pull nothing off this shit. That ain't shit. We just ain't working today. We ain't working today, but that ain't what's going on in insurance. Nope, they working every day. Damn, Andrew, you say you can't find the load on DAT because what's going on now? The money looking funny. Oh, money, Andrew, you need to come over here. Andrew, the money looking right over here. No, we got work every day. Yep. Work every day. 5,000 loads waiting on me. Yep. Every day. Nah, I got paid today, Andrew. Yep. You didn't get paid? No, we getting paid today. So yeah. The licensing is the whole U.S. or state by state. It's state by state, but once you pass the exam, you just got to go to each state and apply. Or not go to it physically. You just go on the website, type your license up in, and you just apply for all the license for all the state once you pass your exam. The only ones you can't apply for is Hawaii, New York, and California. So that's all. I found out about independent insurance from my cousin making 27K a month, getting on roofs. I jumped on it. Randall, you already got your license? When you heard the 27K, you probably was thinking, yeah, he's definitely making more than us. That's for sure. Without the expenses. So, you know, I'm just saying. Ever use a low board that starts with a B and ends with a K? Starts with a B and ends with a K. What low board is that? Type the low board in. I'm not sure. 106 weeks this weekend. Oh, it's 106 degrees in West Texas. How simple is it to apply? Yeah, you just go on the website and just apply. It's just real simple. You got to pay. That's the catch. Yeah, you got to pay. You got so each state you go get licensed for, you got to pay. I don't know how much it costs to get licensed per state. I'm pretty sure the prices is gonna vary. Probably anywhere between $20 to $200 per state. So that's the part that's gonna cost. So by us being in trucking, we can afford to pay for all the states at once because we just got the money. So but yeah, that's for every state that you apply for, you gotta pay for that license, whatever they charge. I don't know what they charge because I never seen it. I don't even know what I got to pay for my license. I won't know until I take the state exam, and that's the only thing I got to do after tomorrow. After tomorrow, I just go in the house and continue studying until I'm ready to take the state exam, and then that's it. That's it right there. Get the license. I already did the rope and harness. I got this estimate. I'll be ready to go. So I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get my license though. I'm on Justice Pro, and I got a Justice Pro back in January, and hell, we in what? We in June right now. So I'm in the fourth chapter. I'm on commercial lines. That's the chapter I'm in. It's six chapters, so I gotta go chapter 4, 5, and 6. So I got three chapters to go through, and then I can take the exam. So but that's where I'm at with it. If I would have known any better, well, no, because no, never mind. I heard the exam is really difficult. Huh? Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I heard nobody passed their first try. Most of these people are saying they passed their third try. So, I don't know. I don't know, but I did hear it's definitely difficult. Sound good though. The dispatcher for the adjuster makes a decent salary from home. What's a dispatcher? Yes, you pay for your own hotels and food. Yeah. So if you are independent adjuster, you pay for your own hotels. You got to be independent though. I probably should explain. So you got independent insurance adjusters, and then you got people that's employees, just like how you got company drivers, and then you got independent carriers or owner operators. It's the same way with insurance. So if you're a company driver or a employee which they call staff adjusters or public adjuster. You on salary, and the salary is like 50,000 a year. So you at the bottom. Okay, if you do the independent route, that's where everybody. That's where all of the money is on the independent side. But you got to fork the money up front out of your own pocket to get your license. You know, so you got to pay for your license versus if you was an employee, they pay for your license. If you need hotels, they pay for it. They cover everything. On the independent side, it's just like trucking. You cover everything. So, but you get more of the money. So, but in order to cover everything, you got to already have money in your pocket. So, it works out for Andrew because I drive trucks and, I already got the money. So I just go straight to the independent side. So it was right up my alley. I started hearing about independent. I was like, oh, that sounds like that's what I do now. I love some independent. What the money looking like? Yeah, Andrew. It's looking like we making more than you without the expenses. I said, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Show me what you talking about. And money started showing me them chits, and I was, yeah. What do I sign up? Yeah, nah, I don't need to see nothing else. I don't need to see nothing else. Now I know what I'm finna go do. Now you stay right here in trucking. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go look and see. You stay in trucking. I know what's going on in trucking. Okay, and what's going on in trucking says I need to go see what's going on here in insurance. Yeah, that's what we gonna go learn about that. So yeah, I knew better. I knew. I knew. I knew. Cause I can use them interchangeably. See, if insurance gets slow, I got trucking. If trucking gets slow, I got insurance. So it's interchangeable for me. You know. And then how like some people may have to pay for hotels. Ian comes with 12.7 Detroit, 1997 Freightliner Classic. All I got to do is bobtail straight on. Well, take a load. Take a load. Let me take a load on down to wherever I need to go. Find the nearest truck stop in the area with the big disaster zone. Boom, there you go. Just sit the 1997 in the parking lot. I can stay in now. Okay, just rent a car from the airport or something. Go do what I need to do, and when I'm done, I come back, sleep in the truck. See, so it works out that way. Hey, I don't gotta pay pimping hotel rooms. So there's a lot of ways I can do it. That's just one of the ways that I thought. You know, because a lot of truck drivers was hoping they get rid of the cash truck drivers. So I mean, all I got to do is okay. It's not a commercial vehicle no more. It's just a recreational vehicle. Let me go ahead and recreation my way on down here. Yeah, down here to this site. Start making some insurance money with this 1990. So yeah. I've been branching off into real estate, but I was told, somebody told me insurance is where the money really is. So that's where I'm stuck at. Buy a camper, pull it with a see that's Jay. That's a lot of money right there. I got to buy a camper and buy a pickup truck when I can just bobtail with the 1997 Freightliner Classic that's already paid for. Yeah, I can bobtail on down there with that. Come on now, I'm buy a pickup truck and a camper. That's over $100,000 right there. How do you get the dispatch to the claims? Oh, whatever firm you working for, they send you all the claims. I need some cheap quotes. They be killing me. Cheap quotes for what? To my insurance? I found a loophole with insurance. That's why my insurance is so cheap. My very first time with my authority, my very first quote was like seven. Let's just say it was like 750 a month. So but as of right now, I pay about 840 a month, only because I made the mistake of adding Amazon insurance requirements. Drivers, I did. I added their little $2 million general aggregate crap and all of that just to get signed up for Amazon Relay. And then when I got on Amazon Relay, I realized that you guys were indentured servitudes, slaves. Yeah, you guys were slaves. I did, drivers. I did. I said, yep. I went on there and looked at Amazon Relay, and then I noticed you guys was really slaves. Yep. No, there's no other word for it. If you're pulling Amazon Relay, you are a slave. You are. Yes, you're a slave. Might just gonna put the outfit on too. No, you're a slave. No, I don't know. There ain't no other word for it, drivers. I went personally, logged onto the Amazon Relay, okay, and I said, I can't believe this is what trucking it came to. I can't. I started calling insurance back and telling them it was a mistake. Take all that Amazon requirements off. This is what the fuck is going on around here. I said, oh, these slaves right here, boy. Whew. Boy, I couldn't think of no better word of what to call these drivers. Man. Oh boy, goddamn. Have y'all seen Amazon Relay? You talking about free work. Man. Yes, truck insurance. How do you get it cheaper? Oh, you guys want to know how I got my insurance cheaper? So don't tell nobody I told y'all this. Y'all can't do it, okay? Not that I know of, but it was cheaper for me because I was in the oil field, and oil field is the sand is classified as dirt. You know they got a category as dirt, sand, and gravel. If you go to Progressive, that's the category right there. Well, because I was hauling dirt, sand, and gravel, it's way cheaper than general freight. So therefore, I got to get in the business a lot cheaper than most people, and then obviously I stayed in the oil field a year. And when it was time to renew, I was able to add on general freight and all that, and they just basically kept me at the exact same price. So trucking loophole. So you know, most of you guys ain't gonna be able to do that though. So yeah, there you go right there. Dirt, sand, and gravel over at Progressive. What do you haul, drivers? Sand. Sand ain't worth nothing. Oh well, since it's not worth nothing, we can't really charge you nothing. That's right. So dirt cheap insurance. I know drivers is cheaper than that though. Yeah, I thought I was getting a deal. No, I know some drivers that's really bucking the system. They got the farm truck. Whoo! They got the farm truck. Ooh, drivers. I'm talking about the hop bottom drivers though, with their own authority, with the farm insurance. Damn near free, like 200. Was it like? What's the cheapest out here? I think one driver told me like 200 a month or some stupid low number. People finding ways around insurance loopholes. Let's see, that's crazy how a dump trailer with hauling that, but all them accidents in GA causes them to go crazy, huh? You got insurance out of Georgia? You didn't tell them you lived in Atlanta, right? If you told them you lived in Atlanta, you made a mistake. Travel, you were supposed to tell them you live in freaking somewhere out in the country. Uh, Birmingham, no, not Birmingham. Shoot, Chattanooga, Tennessee, driver. Yeah. You based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. You need to get them a Chattanooga, Tennessee address so they can base your insurance quote off that right there, and not no damn Atlanta, Georgia, where they just gonna max you out in the price. Don't do that to yourself, driver. Next go around, you need a PO box out of Chattanooga or something. Be it a virtual business address. There you go, out of Chattanooga, somewhere without no traffic in the country. Let's see. Amazon is alright for short runs. Shoot, not around here they ain't. You know, when I looked at Amazon, I think the box drivers, the 26-foot box drivers, had better rates than the actual 53 footers. When I saw the 53 footers, it was like $1.20, $1.30, $1.40 was the absolute most. So I was like, this ain't making no sense whatsoever. You know, it didn't matter how many miles it was. They had loads 2,000 miles, $2,000. I'm like, are people pulling this? Yeah, they got people here, Andrew. They are pulling this. Why? Because a truck driver gonna look at it like, well, on 2,000 miles with $2,000, if I get 10 miles to the gallon, I probably get away with, I don't know, shoot, 200 gallons. That may run me freaking $500 to go, or $700 to go 2,000 miles. I still can keep 1,300, Andrew. Out of business you go. So yeah. Who inframed the Mercedes motor? Who inframed the Mercedes motor? Oh, it's one of them top secrets that it's been a long top secret right there. Who inframed the Mercedes motor? Oh, they did just such a wonderful job, didn't they? They did. The person that rebuilt my Mercedes motor, he did 30 years over at Freightliner back in the day. He got certified in Detroit, Mercedes, and Caterpillar. Certified by Freightliner. He retired, opened up his own shop in his backyard, drivers. Yes, his backyard is the shop. And you may be thinking, Andrew, why would I go to somebody's backyard and how I didn't rebuild my motor? Oh, well, I was thinking the same thing, but here we are. It was 2020. We was in the middle of freaking COVID. And yeah, I had a blown engine. And you know what Freightliner was telling me? Yeah, it's going to be 40,000. Some other shops was 45, 50,000. You know what he told me when I called him? He said, "Yeah, man, I rebuilt that in my backyard, man. Yeah, man, it's just 3,500 labor, and you bring the parts." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take that chance." I called up the record truck. My truck was over there, freaking Crows. It was at Crows up there in Olive Branch, Mississippi. I called that shop. I said, "Hey, man, just pull the truck out the shop, man. Don't lay another motherfucking finger on the engine. Just leave it right. Just fuck it. Just pull it out with a chain. Don't even." But we already got two heads off. Just leave the heads off. I got a tow. Just leave it right there in the shop. I got a tow truck. They'll pull it out. Yeah, that's what I sent a tow truck up there. They pulled my shit out of their shop, took it to my man backyard. He rebuilt the engine. I ain't seen him do since. That was in 2020. We in 2023. So yeah, that was well worth the money. So that's all I'm saying. If I rebuild the 12.7, it's going to him too. So, let him go out there and rebuild the 12.7 too. But then I'm getting into insurance. I don't even think I'd be rebuilding nothing at this point. Unless insurance just don't pay like it wait. If it start paying, shit, fuck a rebuild. Fuck around and sell that motherfucker. That's what I'm gonna do. 40,000. Who wants to buy? Who wants to buy? Let's see. Looking about my first truck, either get a 12.7 Detroit. Don't get a Mercedes Motors. Yeah, go to 12.7. You got a lot more people that can work on it, and it's a faster truck. It's much more fun too. Not a faster truck, but it's just a better engine. Not a better engine. You got more support for horsepower and boost. That's what I meant to say right there. Okay, and everybody can work on it. So go with the 12.7. The only reason Mercedes worked for me is because I had that secret shop that was able to rebuild the engine. If I didn't have a secret shop, I would have lost the truck a long time ago. I wouldn't have lost the truck. Truck would have just been sitting collecting dust with a blown motor. So, you know. Yeah, I prefer the cash equipment. I did the lease a truck thing, and the reason why I don't like promoting leasing is because all I see when it comes to leasing is a wave of destruction going on in the trucking community. Leasing is the fastest way or the best way to lose your family, lose your kids, lose everything. Lease a truck. It's just a wave of destruction that you can completely avoid by not leasing a truck. So, if you got a family and you do a 4 year lease on a truck at 800 or whatever, however many hundreds of dollars, knowing that you ain't about to see them because you finna have to get enslaved, you finna have to slave to pay for this truck, right? So what's gonna happen? They may wait for you, a year, but you got 4 years to go. Well, the wife is gonna be gone. Somebody else is gonna raise the kids. You still gonna be trying to pay for the lease. You're not gonna get the title to the lease, and at the end of leasing, you have to start over your entire career. So after you lost all that, you still got to start over. Okay, but you can avoid all that by just not going down that rabbit hole at all. So yeah. That's all I'm saying. Coach is going to start teaching people how to be successful in trucking again. Said he's going back to his roots on the lease. Oh, he back on the L train. That's a good example right there. He said he gonna go back to the L train. So what did I just say? What happens at the end of the lease? You get to do what? Start all over again. That's a perfect example right there. So he could avoid that, but some people just they refuse to avoid it. So when you refuse to avoid the L train, then starting over from day one, you start over again. And then you just keep starting over and keep starting over and keep starting over. And then what happened is you start to develop envy and hate towards the people that didn't take their route. And now you looking at them and oh man, that fool up to 3 charts. Oh, now he going into another career. And you looking at yourself wondering what you did wrong. And well, we told you what you did. You kept starting over. Remember, you just kept starting over, steady starting over. You didn't have to do it, but just kept doing it. So I don't know what to tell you. You know, you know. If I thought I could make more money leasing a truck versus a cash truck, I would be leasing a truck. Okay, but clearly I don't make a lease driver don't make nowhere near what I make, so I don't waste my time leasing a truck. I got 3 cash trucks. If I want to go lease a truck, I can go lease a truck. Okay, so it's very simple. All I need is a pen. That's it, just a pen. I'm qualified to go along mountain to get anything off the damn lot at any point in time. They didn't qualify me like 4 times in my whole career. I still ain't never showed up to get nothing. Why? Because I prefer the cash trucks. They seem to work miracles. Okay, so I prefer that route right there. You know, I mean, both trucks gonna break down, so you know it seemed to be less expensive with the '07s as far as repairs go versus the new trucks. Repair bills are kind of high. You know, I got a friend supposed to be getting a 1980, I think he said 1986 truck. It's supposed to be this week. So if he get it, we'll do an interview, see if we can post that truck. But yeah, he's supposed to be getting him a 1980. Shoot, I forgot what the truck he is. I think he said it's got big cam 3 motor, big cam 3 or big cam 4 or some type of big cam motor. So now this is an old school driver right here. He been in the game for a long time since the '90s. So he buying his truck for $5,000. Shit, he said he's just gonna turn the fuel pump on it, put a number 10 button in it, and blow black smoke down Instant and collect his money off his $5,000 investment. That's what he said. That's what he told me. I'm like, I don't know nothing about those older trucks. But if that's all you got to do is open up the fuel pump and he said put a number 10 button in it. I don't know what that means, but he said, yeah, he's gonna turn up the fuel pump and take off and start collecting. I said, well, hey, that sounds like a good plan to me. I mean, hey, why not? He did start out leasing. We all did, but we had that awakening. No, I didn't start out leasing a truck. I started out company. I did company for a year on night transportation. Then after night transportation, I went over to MAC Kenworth in Nashville, Tennessee, because I tried to finance a truck. At the time, I was listening to Casanova. He was giving me the old truck game, so with the MAC, tried to give me a 386 Peterbilt. At the time, it was $40,000. They told me all I need was 20% down, so I took them to 20%. Me not knowing better, because at the time I ain't never owned no vehicles. I ain't never had a car, nothing. So I called them up. I told them, hey, this is the truck I want on the lot. They said, yeah, it's just 20% down. So I went. I got 20%, which was like 10 rats. Came up to the dealership, put it on the desk. I said, okay, there's 20%. They said, okay, where's the rest of it? I said, the rest of what? He said, yeah, man, this is down payment, but are you financing the rest? I was like, I don't know. Is that how it works? He said, yeah, you got to finance the rest. I was like, cool. Y'all do finance? He said, yeah, we got dealer finance, and you got to run your credit, this, that, and the third. He ran my credit. It came back blank, drivers, because Andrew ain't never had credit at the time. So that means you're denied. Yeah, you're denied. So yeah, that's why I didn't get my first truck. I didn't have no credit whatsoever, no credit cards. I ain't had nothing. So, you know, after they denied me, then that's when the lease drivers started promoting leasing. That's when leasing first started. Right after that, it was promoting quality leasing, and sure enough, I was like, well, I know I can't get a truck from the dealership because I ain't got no credit. So it looks like the only way I can get a truck is going over here and paying $800 a week like a sucker. But I didn't know any better back then, so they had to go join in on the L train with everybody else. Come all together now. We was all down there together. Come on, drivers. We all went to quality leasing. Come all together now. We're gonna hold that L. Hold it. We was all there together on the L train. That's right. Smiling, partying. But we took them lease trucks to our house. We done had the family members pose in front of them, taking pictures like it was ours. Hold the L. Hold the L. We didn't know any better though. Boy, I'm talking, oh boy. Brand new truck. Talking about, yeah, man, this truck right here, man, $100,000+. Just taking a fatty. I'm talking about just a wave of destruction that leasing caused. Yeah, I know firsthand. I ain't talked to my freaking nieces and nephews and I don't know when. But when I got that truck, that was the first stop I went to. I parked the thing right in front of the house. Yeah, come on up out the house. Come look at it. Come look at That's my first vehicle right there. That's brand new. I just got that off the line. That's $100,000+. Don't forget, nobody asks you anything like, well, how much did you have to put down? They don't ask you no questions like that. They go, oh man, look good, man. Can I drive it? That's the type of that don't nobody ask about the finance. Another, hey man, $100,000, goddamn. How much did you put down? What's the interest rate? They ain't asking those type of questions because boy, if you would have told them, I ain't put nothing down on the fool. What? I ain't put nothing. Yeah, I didn't put nothing. But I got to pay $800 a week. Boy, they probably your own family members would probably disown you if they found out you was paying a weekly note of 800 something plus a week. They probably disown you. Yeah, that ain't that. I don't know that fool. That's a fool right there. So yeah. Lisa caused a wave of destruction only because we didn't know any better. So It is what it is. Let's see. I leave Quad Yard with the truck and break down in Nashville. I leave it at the TA and tell them where it's at. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with that. They came and got my truck from the house. They did. They did. My truck never broke down. I didn't. The only thing I did to my truck was just do oil changes. I didn't do tires and nothing else. Just oil changes for the whole year. So you know how I got put out the lease. I was running over at Cardinal Logistics. This was before the ELD mandate. I left the house, forgot to grab a paper law book, and I got pulled over by the police to do a random inspection. Just randomly pulling me over for no reason, just targeting me like they target Boosie. They targeted me too. I'm just playing. He do a random inspection. He said, "Yeah, I just want to see your driver license, law book. I ain't got no laws, so that means he had to give me points for all 7 days that I didn't have no laws." So my CSA score was over 35 points, and I got fired from the company I was at. And at the time, Quality had a leasing. They had a bunch of companies that you could work for. You could only work for those companies on that list. Where I called all of them, they all said, "Yeah, man, your CSA is too high." So I said, "Hey, man, I can't even." Now I know Quality probably wish they didn't do that nowadays. Now that they're out of business, which because it was stupid, but you know, by them doing that, obviously, if you got a brain, the companies they wanted you to work for was the lowest paying companies in the trucking industry, to where you couldn't make any money. I mean, you was never gonna gross high numbers or net high numbers, any of that. They had it capped off to just these certain sorry ass trucking companies that pay the lowest. So you wasn't gonna see no money out of this lease. It was just for them to make all their money. So yeah, man. Instead of taking the truck back up to Quality, I used it as a personal vehicle. I held the vehicle for 2 months. I drove around in it, went to the store. I did everything in the damn truck. And then the day before 4th of July, sure enough, it was about seven of them in the damn Quality van. They pulled up to the front of the house, knocked on the door, asked for the keys. I gave them the keys and never see the truck ever again. So, that's how I got out my leasing. Never looked back, never leased a truck again after that. That was all I needed to do. I let my license list to that. But like I said, I never wanted to lease a truck to begin with. I just couldn't get one from the dealership because I ain't had no credit. So I knew better right then and there. I knew before I even got into a lease. Let's see what we at. Damn, it's almost 2 in the morning. There we go. So you got lucky. You got a good truck. Everybody you knew truck was trash. Yeah. I think a lot of people would have survived and acquired the leasing if they had just got the older trucks, but they didn't have that many of them. I know when I went, they had trucks, the 12.7s and the 14 liters. They didn't have that many of them, but I remember personally looking at the trucks. They was like 800,000 miles. Some had a million. Quality only wanted like I think it was like 300 a week for those trucks. It was either 300 a week or 300 a month. But it was obviously because nobody wanted them. But looking back on it now, shit, if you knew better, you would do better. You could have got in one of them fucking 12.7 trucks and shit. You would have never owned the truck though, because they still went, 7 years and all that nonsense. But you would have came out better that way, But it's all good. Let's see. Yeah, we're trying to get the money out here in this insurance world. I'm finna go to bed. Wake up, I got class at 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning to about 3 p.m. Then I'm gonna hit this interstate, get back to Nashville, and I don't know if I'm gonna find a load for tomorrow. I'll look for some empty trailers to move for the week. Other than that, I'm going to just study for my license, study for my insurance license, and of course try to hit the gym every day. That's pretty much it. It's summertime, so really don't want to be in no truck. But as far as classes go, I may take one more class after this. They got a class coming up in July. Lorenzo, they got a class coming up July 12th through the 15th. It's in Texas, though. Some hands-on training. I may take that. It's like $1,200 course, though. So I thought about doing that on July 12th, or either I can go to MoCat. MoCat is July 12th too. I think MoCat is July 12th through the 18th, but they want like $3,000. So we'll see. We'll see. No, I take that back. I got the wrong prices. MoCat is like 3,000. The course that Lorenzo and them got is 550. It's 550, and it's the reason I was going to MoCat was to get the hands-on training. Well, when I looked on the Facebook page over here on Lorenzo, them, I don't even know if I'm saying the name right, but they do the exact same hands-on training, and it was only $550. So I rather just pay the $550 because I already got the Xactimate training. I got the rope and harness certification. I just need hands-on training at this point. So that's what I'll be looking for: hands-on training, and I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get the license though. That's the only thing I don't know. But we're gonna put some hours into this studying, see what we get with it. Like I said, I'm on chapter 4. Got 3 chapters to go. Then I can take the state exam. But hopefully I get it before the end of July. We'll say that, but we'll see. Other than that, I'm gonna get up off of here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on YouTube Stories.